This is Aaron East with MMA UK, and I'm here today at GB Top Team with the Paradox, Connor Patterson. Well, Connor is set to embark on his professional journey on May 27th at Cage Legacy 22 in Liverpool. Thank you for allowing me to come and speak with you today, Connor, mate.
Thank you for having me.
Greatly appreciated, man. And a brand new journey begins for you next month, man. No doubt training has increased for your trip to Liverpool.
Yeah. It's definitely taken the usual sort of shape of fight camp, but I've always acted as a professional. Taking it seriously from the first one all the way up to this one. Same formula. Just training hard, taking the opponent seriously, getting as ready as humanly possible.
You've got so many different levels of competitors here on so different platforms from top to bottom, man. You must feel like blessed to have these guys in your corner.
It's like a cheat code, you can get any look, any size, any weight under 155. Like even the big boys are starting to come in now a little bit more. But for me, being like a 145er, it's a blessing. I have no complaints. There's so many bodies, so many different styles, all under one roof.
And it gives you many options going forth on your professional journey, doesn't it? I mean, if you want to go up, down.
Yeah. Again, like people change weight classes, and it's like, okay, so you can definitely get a trial run by just going with bigger people, seeing how you fare with bigger and or smaller people, sort of thing. No, it's amazing.
145 for you at the moment, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, your success along your amateur journey has been full of standout performances over the years. I've been lucky enough to be there for quite a few of them, man. And from representing your country across the world, to become an amateur champion of your division at the Indigo at the O2. Well, when did your team and you decide that it was time to take your next step?
Early this year, like January, December sort of time, probably like January time, after I went to the Worlds and fought one of the best people in the world at amateur, we decided that it's probably time to make the next step. I've done my due diligence as an amateur, got enough experience in there, starting to really find my feet. I was lucky enough to obviously, like you say, represent my country, fight in the O2, win a belt, blah blah blah. So it was around January this year. But to be fair, it wasn't an easy. It's the same with my opponent and many other young sort of turning over prospects or fighters. It's fucking hard to get a match.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Especially when you become like more deep into your numbers of your amateur titles and your belts and stuff like that. Don't want to go anywhere near you, did they? Probably the only option after that, no?
Yeah.
Well, looking back on your amateur career, full of highs as well as the lows, what will forever hold a special place for you? Is any particular moment out there? Tough one.
Like the it's not really like one specific moment, but the summer of last year, I was so active and I was loving it, and I was just on a tear, and to top it all off, fighting in the O2, that was a very special sort of moment. First 5-rounder, that was pretty special. That kind of summer, I'll always look back fondly on that. And then even the IMAFs, not going my way necessarily, losing such a high caliber kid in Keith, learnt a lot. Learnt a lot about preparation as well. I've learnt my lessons. It definitely wasn't as 100% as I could have been heading into that, but again, highs and lows, you take them all and you just learn from what you can. The silver lining is I know those lessons now, and I learned them at the time that I was supposed to learn them in my amateur career.
That's great outlook to have, man. So many moments out there, especially at the Indigo. I remember I was literally cage side for that one. It was incredible bout, man. It was incredible. Well, with your experience behind you, Cage Legacy will be the place to enter your pro journey. With great history of explosive competitors and collisions, no doubt you're excited to be part of their 22nd card to date.
Yeah. It looks like a really good card. Looking like some of the people on there, some really high level pros, some really high level amateurs as well. It looks like it's set to be a very good card, top to bottom.
I mean, I bet there was many calls for for your signature on the day. I mean, what stood out for Cage Legacy for you?
I think it was, again, the fact that it was such a good card. It was their debut in England, or the show's debut in England, and truthfully, they were one of the first people to say, look, we can get you a match, if that makes sense. Like, I'd had other shows, I'd had multiple other opponents that I had kind of gone, yeah, okay, not necessarily on Cage Legacy, on other shows earlier in the year, you know, like I say, since January time, I've had it in my head that, you know, this is the time to make my pro debut. And just struggling to get a match, Cage Legacy really, you know, they came through, they found me a match, and, you know, luckily, credit to my opponent as well, we both were signed the dotted line, so to speak, and yeah, it's going ahead.
Yeah, it's very professionally run, I must say, man.
Yeah.
And you'll be joined by one of your long-term training partners, Callum Horhane, also, who will also be looking to impress on his professional debut. It must be a great feeling to have him along with you.
Yeah, familiar face, yeah. He's we've trained together, God, fucking ages now.
Yeah.
I don't even, a while, you know, we're very familiar with one another. Yeah, it's good to have another teammate there, you know, to just have someone who's on the same kind of timeline as you as well. It's quite helpful, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of bounce off each other, like, oh, you know, we're like this week, many weeks out, you know, this many weeks out, how's the weight going, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, the usual kind of questions. It's nice to have someone on the exact same time scale as me.
Yeah, definitely, man. It must be awesome. But and what a war is set out to be for yourself, taking on SBT Ireland's Mario Di Tofana. What do you make of your opponent?
Yeah, no, good opponent for sure. Like, credit to him for taking the fight, and vice versa. But yeah, you know, I'm confident. I'm confident in my skill set, and I'm just gonna go out there and do what I believe I can do, and I'm sure he's gonna go and do the same. And then, you know, you'll have to turn up on May 17th to see it as well.
Yeah. Great mindset to have, man. Focused on your game and your game only.
Yeah, that's what you can do. You can only focus on yourself, you know.
Completely agree, man. And I'll definitely look forward to catching you out there once again, bro. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today, man. Wish you all the best for your continued preparations, and I'll definitely catch up with you soon, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. But before you go, last but not least, do you have a message for the fans that will be in attendance, and anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Give a shout out to some of my sponsors, you know, Crush Supplements, Prospect Apparel. They've been helping me through this journey. Shout out to GB Top Team, my teammates. Yeah, and obviously family and friends, my partner, my girlfriend. She's been there from the very start. Message to the fans: turn up May 17th. Tune in May 17th. Do whatever you can. Be there.